Hey, this is Emmanuel, and I want to talk about the 2 things you need to protect your marriage against divorce. 1, you need money, and secondly, you need wisdom. See, if you don't have money but you have wisdom, your marriage can fall apart. And if you have wisdom and you don't have money, your marriage can still fall apart. See, the Bible tells that money is a defense and wisdom is a defense. So both of them are defenses. You need 2 lines of defense to save your marriage. Is that clear? You're like, well, I've got love. I don't need money. Oh, I can live with you underneath the bridge. It doesn't matter. Don't believe that stuff, alright? When money issues start to come to the fray, especially when you have kids, they start getting real, alright? You start becoming time poor. You start becoming quality time poor. You start becoming relationship poor. Things start to go downhill really quickly. In fact, the number 1 reason that people end up getting divorced that they give is because of money issues. That causes a lot of conflicts and a lot of marriages have ended because of it. You don't want to put yourself in that boat. In fact, Jesus talks about money being important. He speaks about money than he did anything else when you read the gospel. And there are more than 2,000 verses about money. See, if money wasn't that important, God wouldn't talk about it, alright? And here's the thing, look. Let's just be honest. God doesn't want you to be living in poverty. He's not that kind of a God, alright? He wants you to do well, okay? Listen, I'm not some kind of prosperity preacher or something else like that, right? But there is nothing wrong with having money to be able to do the things you want to do for yourself, for your spouse, for your kids, and to live comfortably. Listen, if you don't think money is important, let me take all your money away and just put on the side of the street. See how life is then. Of course you don't want that. You know money is important. Make sure you do what you can to keep money in your household so that it is a defense, alright? But that's the first thing. Now here's the second thing. You need wisdom, alright? You may have all the money in the world, but if you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing in my marriage is gonna fall apart. Do you know what you're doing in your marriage? When was the last time you read a marriage book? Alright, when was the last time you spoke to somebody about your marriage? Alright, you've read so many things, you do so many things. Have you read a single one? There are lots of people that come to me and say, listen, Emmanuel, my marriage is falling apart. Right? And I'm going, hey, are you knowledgeable about your marriage? No? Oh, well, we're just winging it. If you wing it, it's going to end up in divorce, alright? What you need to do is make sure you pick up some books. Know some things about your spouse. Know some things about your husband or your wife. Know some things about your kids, how to integrate God, and start making it a point to learn about these things. Let me give you an example, alright? Would you invite somebody into your house to do a little bit of plumbing and then you ask them, hey, do you know anything about plumbing? And they're like, gosh, no, right? You know. Or would you hire somebody into your business if you have a business and you're like, I need you to work this particular computer issue. And they're like, oh, I don't know anything about computers. Guess what you do? Even if you hire them, you would fire them. The same thing happens in marriage. Many people get together, right? They're like, oh yeah, we have a marriage. And then all of a sudden somebody doesn't know what the heck they're doing. And somebody's like, I'm going to get rid of you, right? So here's the thing. Make sure you're knowledgeable about marriage because knowledge is very, very important. You need knowledge before you get wisdom. And here's the thing. Once you get that knowledge, then wisdom can start to speak into your life. Otherwise, you just be a rich fool who gets divorced, right? Or you'll be somebody that's poor, right? And you have a lot of wisdom, but you still can't make it work. Get both and you will make sure that the 2 defenses are in place for your marriage and it's going to be much better than what it is today. Alright, take care and we'll see you next time.